Hi guys, let us wait for 10 minutes. Meanwhile, let me check my live is on or not. It is on. Let me check my voice is coming clear or not. So, meanwhile, please like the video. Okay, meanwhile, let me split the screen, write the indexing here. Anyone in the live, comment something in the live chat and please like the video and if you're new, please subscribe my channel. Okay, then let's go start the brief. So yeah, so yesterday we ended with introduction to arrays, but uh, what I explained is through writing is Google Docs, but I didn't show anything with writing the code. So first we will revise once again the 18th chapter by writing the code, whatever is there. So let's implement the controls which we wrote in the chapter 18 uh, in the online compiler. So let us see. So this is how initialize of character. So, so if you want to write array with integers, write give array name, you can give anything error or give something. So error and write the size of the array 10, 15, 56. So like this, this is what the syntax of declaring an array. So this is the size of the array and this is the array name ARR and then this is the data type of the array. So uh, that is how the syntax of for this is only for the 1D array. The 2D array will just write another bracket and it is like that. So this will be rows and this will be columns. So 2D array is like you can compare with a table. It will have rows and columns, right? So 1D array is like one row, but will have many columns. So one row, many columns. So when we say kth element, that means it we have to count from 1, 2, 3, 4. But if we say kth index, then you should start from 0, 1, 2, 3, and then you have to return the kth index. So we said array division contiguous memory location. So it is here we are they are in contiguous memory location. So let's try it. Let's see the code. Let me give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me write a loop for loop here. Hmm, we are writing address, right? So let us see. It is a percentage DR now. So why is getting stuck? Okay, now it is smooth. So printf percentage what? So D is a variable. Then what is what should I represent with data type? Uh, the, for printing address, what should I use? So P. So for printing address of a variable in C, use the percentage format specified. So percentage is specifically meant for printing a pointer or address. Okay. So here we are void typecasting to void. This is also another. So void is nothing but like nothing you can say. Mm, let's see. Let's do with D. So this percentage D will match with this side. This percentage D will match with the air. Let's see how it is printing. Yeah, this is what we want. So percentage D, if you are writing it is printing in that's a decimal form. So we don't want hexadecimal form. I want to see in integer form. You can see here these all are in continuous memory location. So that is what I mean here. So we will be storing the sequence of elements in a contiguous memory, not random memory. Okay, unlike linked list. So you will see the int will be of four size. So it will take one uh, 4 bytes. So that's it. After 4 bytes, 668 is allocated for the first index of the array. That is for 2. So this is what it means. So let me take this picture. Let me edit here also. So this is the formula we wrote. So starting address. You want a kth index, not kth element. Repeat again. Kth index in an array. So it should be start address plus k into start d. So k is nothing but the kth index. D is nothing but the size of the data type. So if int it is d4. So it's 55072366 4. Here is the starting address. So plus if I want the first index 1 into 4. So it will give 6, this one 668. So the here condition is that k should be less than n and is the size of the array. Let me check here. So I'm checking is the percentage d is good rating of code or not. I think it is doing. Don't do this installing. Also avoid cause we'll be doing a long format, so long into. So they're telling to write to use these two formats. Print this one also. See how it will be. Giving hexadecimal form on this. So I don't want to go this much depth in the C. Uh, to just to know what is wild star and give names here. So I told end operator is the address of our operator. We saw comma operator. Now we saw the end operator. So this is the memory address of variable t. So if this is the box memory address, we say there is the variable, 10 is the value, and address is given 1000. So ND is amperand, what you will call this one, amperand D will be 1000. So, so let's do what does it mean by typecast. Take the address of D and treat it as a pointer to wide. Okay, so you're making a pointer, wide pointer with derivative wide. So the generic pointer and hold the address of an object, essentially any object type. So float character can be anything. So, so doing wide means it will be coming wide. So that's why we use it wide. Because here we can use the all over, but wide is better use because it can change anything in character by doing typecasting into wide. So let's see what is wide also. Yeah, it means no value, no specific. Oh, but here they put some twist here. So the twist is meaning changes depending on where you use it. Why does why does the function return? Does this function don't return a value because here when we call this function display, it will print and that is enough for us. So right here. So functions returns from here. This will return 10. This will return wide. Means nothing. The white star pointing to anything. A generic pointer that can hold the address of an object of any object type. You can write a wide X. This type of initialization declaration we can't do. I can't say int X like int X we write, right? So I can't do wide X. That's it. That's run. Yeah, it's giving an error because if it's nothing, then why to declare it? You don't do nothing. So, so white star P is like the pointer points to some object, but I'm not specifying its type yet. So if we take this statement and let's ask some good examples with it, because you can write void star x. You can create a pointer which is which points to some object, but I'm not specifying its type. Good examples. The last. So what they did here is they took index and float y. They declared a void pointer p. So p is equal to x. So now if I print the p, there again typecasting here. So this one is pointing typecasting void star point to int star point. So after that star p means if you write only p, it will be address. Star means it will be inside the value. So it will print 10 and p is equal to ampersand y. So you are taking you are pointing p to the y. Again the same thing we are doing with the float, and now the p will be, if you don't typecast here, so it will be void here, but you are seeing a percentage d or float, so it doesn't match. So let's see if it will give an error or not. So I will try to here. So let me take index into y, go to 5, then I will say is equal to end the y. So x points to the address of y here. That means points to the address of y. So if I say printer percentage slash n, black backslash n, and I just to say x, okay, star x. Let's see if it will print or not. You see here, right? We are replacing here. We are telling it as white star, but here we are mentioning as percentage d, so that's why it is doing an error. Dereferencing. So we are not properly referencing it. So again, this one is a value. Invalid use of void. So that's why here we have to typecast it again. So integer point. So now we can see, right, we're getting 5. So if you don't get it now, it is okay. When we get the pointer and revisit this topic, we'll get good idea. So for now, blindly understand it. One pointers, when you get the concept of pointers, then you will understand concept very clearly. Let's ask what is percentage P also. Print a pointer value, usually an address. Okay. So here we wrote percentage p pointer value. So format specifier pointer value gives the address of the pointer. So there is also another implementing pointers only. So if I write here address, here I am giving address, but just uh, let's see what happens if I remove this text that is giving same, because the address will be percentage p only. So this is okay, but it will be nice when it will be a wide star here. So it is a type casting into white. So uh, this end value address value will be in hexadecimal form only. So this percentage will be accepting it. Just if you wrote percentage d here, uh, it like this. So it is changing 1, 2, 3, 4 into hexadecimal form. If I remove this one, then it should give error, I guess. It is doing automatic. So if I take here some character, like this, we will take and we will do it character. So yeah, it is implicitly changing. Let's take float. Now float means I think hexadecimal will not be changing. Or let's see. Zero point 0.5. Now let us see. Oh, it is changing this float point value also. Hexadecimal. So it is implicitly changing. That's I get. I'm getting it. That's what I can understand it. So white star is an extra step to take the caution. That's all. Even if I write a white star, there will be nothing that much damage will happen. Mhm. Let us ask here why it is doing error. So ID is basically nothing but no value or no specific type. So, but it depends upon where you're using it. If you're using a function, it is written that. So it is not returning value, but it is a pointer. So you want to tell it every pointer that can hold of an object of any object type. So that's what we said. You can't declare a void. Useful. There's no particular value or type here that I'm specifying. Well, so let me take this whole code. Uh, Ask why this what I'm guessing was so first of all this is not a pointer. So array CCI is like a variable. Array CCI is like a array. So that's why I think uh, this one not enabled to change. We are treating the value of array as it was address. So it expects a pointer. Okay, so yeah, now let me write here. Like you can say array C of I it is like a normal variable with data type the integer float. So typecasting is not possible to change into pointer. The data type as void. Verify elementary disturbing, that is C. Is a float value not open. That's what I said, right? But a normal variable data type with float. So this apparent operator is like I think we'll discuss in pointers. Then it will be for now we can say like it is address of the float star. Okay, so we can really get the value to pointer in some instance, but doesn't mean you have converted the value to address. ChatGPT is hallucinating. I am discussing the address. I just want to mention the concept. Yeah, you can see right. Float value to pointer type is not a valid candidate conversion. Yeah. So even if I remove this one, sorry, not So this is giving some garbage. So sorry, this is an pointer only, right? So you can, yeah, here it is given some simple definition. So apparent writing with another variable is like a pointer to that float. So this is a pointer, and we are typecasting that pointer. But the here we are doing a typecast with a float value to change it to pointer. That's not a standard value. That's why it is failing. If you just want here percentage to be printed, then just write array of like. Let's ask the internet what is percentage P. I asked it in ChatGPT, just forgot format specify. Please, if anyone seeing the live, please like the live and subscribe to my channel if you are new, and also comment in the live chat. I think no one is in live. So is used to print or read a pointer value. So generally pointer value is nothing but a memory address. So so pointers will read memory address. Keep it that much simple. So when I say present apprehend array of I, so the apprehend array is like will point address to that array of I. So it will be the address, and we are it's like a pointer. You can say. Yeah. So here it's given a beautiful example. One is normal num. So when if I say apprehend num, then it is like telling I'm pointing to address of num. It is like a pointer. So it is like a pointer. Now we are typecasting into white star. So if this is like typecasting, I think it is taking care of the typecasting. So, and num means address will be like in hexadecimal form, some long integers, right? So it can take care of it even if you don't write the white star, but it is good to write. So let us ask that point for friend ChatGPT also. I don't write typecast to white star. What will happen? Okay, so this is not an option. This is a requirement. some compilers prints the value. Typecasting to white star. What is the purpose to put a rule like this? Safety, portability, and design of periodic functions like printf. So percentage B as a constant, generate percentage something. Returning printf, then assortment is a pointer value. So I'm giving a white star. The standard defines the point star pointer to white. So follow this contract exactly. Oh, they did the rules, so it's to be safety. That's what I understood. Maybe I think at the back end, this printf will be written in some assembly language or something, right? So there they are expecting white star again. Like if the compiler can do auto, automate conversion, that is good, but it is better to be white star. That's it. Let's remember like this. It is what they created it. We are just following it, and for them to create with white share is very easy than doing everything. Every case of taking conversion rate. So yeah, now I got it. Even it makes sense. Pointer can be anything, in pointer, float pointer, character pointer, double pointer, right? So percentage P if I wrote, I can't you can write percentage PF for pointer float. Try to take that much I take here. So percentage P wide if I give, and this all can be done with the wide conversion. Then it will be simple to implement, and even who are learning the programming like us don't need to stretch very hard, right? So that's why let's follow this rule. So it is just a convenient, I will say, a standard and the portability rule, I will say. So we gone through, we started with array, but we gone through pointers. So, so okay, let me take you back. Here I am. So yesterday we discussed about the chapter 18. I just wrote the notes here. Didn't write training this concept in writing in a compiler. So that's what now I'm doing. So after array completed, so let's take some points on array. Array bounds are not checked would not necessarily cause error memory corruption happen. So this is like so int array of 5 is there. Okay, so let's say here I will initialize array 0 is equal to 1 and equal to 1 and array 1 is equal to 2. Okay, Then I will write array 10 is equal to 5. That's one. You see here it is not giving anything error. So, but the size is 5. But how you can write it initialize with kth index 10? So this is what they are telling. So array bounds are not set would not necessarily cause error. Memory corruption map. So it will decurve the memory. So if I want to print the memory of void star key, okay. Sorry, I mean array 10. So I think this one is not doing anything. Okay. So but let's try to print the value at least. That is not giving value. So this compiler is very good. Even if you initialize it, it is neglecting. So let's have this chat GPT also. This is not giving me error in the compiler. So tell me, is any memory corrupted or this this statement the statement array of 10 is just ignored by the compiler. Understand behavior orders. But our compiler is not giving any error. This is also an undefined behavior. So it doesn't mean compare remembers this array. It assumes it attempts to read that from the outbound memory location. Might get 0 and your program might even crash. How can the visualize that? Okay, but depends on the compiler also. Maybe I think they just ignored it. Like tried accessing this one. Okay, it's nothing there, dude. So just leave it. So that's why it crashed. Let's print another statement. This one a valid one. Let's say it is printing or not. Check. Now, okay. So it is not printing the statement. You see here. So what it is doing is the compiler is crashing it. So independent here. So yeah, your program may even crash. So this is a crash happened here. undefined period, so I will not print anything, bro. Check your program is crashed because I don't know this undefined period here. So check yourself and come back like it. The program is telling to us. Is I remove this one. Let's see. It is still giving the crash. No, it is. So whenever outgoing like outside the array, so it is crashing. Mm, so you can ask why this online compiler did a crash instead of you can give error like let us ask what I think was uh, uh, when C was introduced that time like this making memory corruption is like a attack thing, system attack thing. So I guess they just want to make that type of field, but they didn't corrupt it. In olden days, this cache is given are there. So when I say array 10 is equal to 5, we'll go like starting address plus 10 into int size 4. It will go to that address and it will write 5. That may be usable some other variable uh, in this uh, in this in this code. So if I say int x is there, int x is using the same address of the array 10. So it will be 2. Then this x will be overwritten to this array actually. So like that it may happen. In old 1990s at the time. So this is one of the debug memory buffer debug memory buffer attack is something name is there for this attack. I don't want to go to system attacks now. Mm, system securities now. Just want to see. Let's ask the ChatGPT why all compilers didn't give error. Why they allowed to program crush or memory corrupt. Yeah, this is one of the yes. Just want to add this point. Unlike Python where you don't manage with the memory, but C allows you to manage with memory. So I can decide where I can how can I manage the memory. Mhm. So maybe at this level, we may not satisfy with this, but those who write uh, operating systems or embedded systems, they may be understand why this why this much freedom is given. So for now, you can say philosophical way, you can say, to directly work with the memory. So the programmer's responsibility to keep the bound to access in the memory bound. Crash is nothing but when I did this statement, right? So it would just crash. It will not execute anything. Will not give any result. Let's see, before this statement, if print will give anything value or not, will see. Here. So it is crashing. It's undefined behavior. Isn't intention allowing memory corruption? C gives the program allowing. Yeah, so this stops from if it is crashing, say it stops from memory corruption. But long back, this memory corruption does ask. Yeah, buffer overflow. Now I will not discussing about buffer flow. So this is yes, the exact word I can say memory corruption vulnerability. But historical attack or bug. Yes. After that, one chooses to crack a problem, one chooses to maximum cracking the problem is very have to stop and tell it is an error. Yeah, just want to say first a declaration will come, then you can use the variable. Just first use the variable and after declaring is not possible. It is crashing out still. Yeah. So let's know what we discussed. Which we discussed with Bone. So as a programmer, use it in limits. Okay. Initialization. So with values we given here. So I will be discussing this one. So, how to initialize values with the initialize array with values. So like this you can initialize. Okay, like this, or first you can declare it, and then array 2 is equal to um, 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5. Sorry, I didn't give the size here. Expected token. What it is telling? Let's take the see why it is given an error. Why it is giving error. So sorry. If this type of doing is wrong, you have to initialize at the time of here, or go down there. So go down and initialize one by one like this. That's all you can do, but you can't write the statement down after declaring it. Which I wrote previously, right? So this is wrong. So like this simply you can say like this, initialize it. So if I don't give here this value, so still it doesn't give any error. So let's print the values here. Just a moment. If anyone is seeing the live, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. So, address enter. Let's print each value. Yeah, you can see here, right? It is printing. So in this compiler, it is giving 0. So it is initialized to 0, but in some compilers, it can be garbage value also. If it is a character, it will be null. Let's check with character also. Uh, Let me put it in port. So let's run with C value. C. Oh, I put here percentage D, so it is converting into uh, ASCII values. Now you see, come on, let's take this as I the right array C of 4 is equal to character C. Okay. Mm, yeah, you can hear it. So 1, 2, 3, it gives some space, which is nothing but null. So again, it printed C. So if array's data type is character, if you didn't initialize it, so it will be taking as null by default. If it is integer, it will be taking as 0. So that's what I wrote in the third point. Okay, so size can be omitted. So size can be only omitted. Let me write the code. So array is equal to, now I will not write any array here. So now 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 4 comma 5 I will write. Okay, so I will say print of percentage D comma mm, what to print here. Let's print a value, or let's print size of array. So size of this is another operator which gives size of array in bytes. Then we have to divide it with uh, size of int. So you can see, right, it's giving size of the array. So size of the array means, so it will be like whole space. So the memory it occupied. So integer will be 4 bytes, right? So 4 into how many there are 5? So 20. It will be 20 here. But we want the number of elements right here. So we have to divide with the size of the int. So 5 into 4 by 4. So it will be 5. So now if I say array of 6 is equal to 0, okay, this will crash the program. It didn't crash. Let's print after this one. It's doing perfectly here, but it crashed out there, right? Uh, Even the size of the array is same. So let's ask ChatGPT. Is anyone watching the live? Please comment in like it. Please say hi or something. Okay, it's not giving any actual content, right? So that's why it's not giving crash out. So now if I say error 6, it will crash out. It's giving 10. So what is happening? Why this is confusing this much? Now let us do this picture to our ChatGPT. It is not giving any. So, 5, 6. Hmm. What is the error 10 here? So let's try to print error 10. Yeah, let us take this example. Now I'm machine the difference between these two actually. Yeah, this one crashing out. Why this one is not crashing out? See, this one didn't crash out, but this one is crashing. So now let's do this one and let's ask you. So this one is giving error. Let's ask why. So, so guys, actually we found one beautiful example. Independent behavior doesn't mean always crashes, but they happen to behave differently. Oh, they are great line. Eh, if anyone is seeing, I hope you're enjoying it. If you're also a learner like me, segmentation part. So guys, wow, what a beautiful thing happened today here. So luckily our array 6 in inside our program. So what does it mean means? So memory will be like RAM memory will be like 16 GB, right? So it will be allocating some 2 MB or 3 MB to your running the program. So this lies in the 2 or 3 MB, but this lies outside of the 2 or 3 MB. That side is not accessible. So we don't know what will happen inside, right? Today, let's take this picture. Let's hide here only. But in case 2, array time is outside the program memory. So program got cache. So let's see this thing. Let's write it. Let's paste it in. So again we'll go to the conflict. So let's remove these crashes and things. So this omission will only work out when you initialize the values here, but you can't write inter array to like this, and so this one will give the error. The array size is missing, but here it is not giving any error. So when you initialize only, you can omit the size of the array, or else you have to put size of the array and continue the code. So disadvantages of the arrays, so memory waste. So we don't know if we want to use 20 to 30 elements in between, but we don't know the exact number. So we do 30, but if the purpose came with 25 elements on the repeat, so extra 5 are waste. So this is a memory corruption. So we can't store different data types. On integer means integer 1, 2, 3, 4. You can store, but you can't store 2.5, 3.5 in a integer array. So no direct insertion and deletion. So you can't delete the array and make it size. If I say int array 4 is equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4. Let's say right like it delete array, do something like this, and make array with size 0, size 3, and elements in it are 1 comma 2 comma 4. Like this, we can't directly insert delete or insert. Same when insert, we can't insert middle here 4 directly. There is no inbuilt function for this arrays. Okay, so we have to write the code and we have to delete. So let's write the code. Try to write the code, and let me this is this exercise. So can't change the size according. Let's say here you write for it. So after at some point of time, you can't change the array size with 5. Okay, these are the some disadvantages. Let's delete this insertion delete. So before that, let's take 5 minutes of break. Yeah, I'm back, friends. So let us continue. So insertion and deletion, no direct insertion and deletion can do. But if you want to do deletion, how to do? Let's see here. So let's try to write a code. I'll write deletion here. Pass array and element, not element. I will use the index numbers here, not the element number here. So let's write a deletion. So we're not returning anything. So it's a normal void. So we have to pass with our arguments, right? The first one will be int of array. You can give anything. Let's give capital A, and I have to put brackets open. No need of size giving, and index k. So what can we do? Now what can we do? Uh, so after that index, I want to give this one should be coming here, right? So let me take this index. So this one I want to delete. So 1, 3, 4 should be the output. So 2 should be left. Let me think for a moment. So we can't, once the size is given, we can't decrease it or increase it. So what can we do? So my guess is that so I think it is impossible to change the same array. We have to take a new array and we have to pass it through. And so what I mean is we have to take print array 2. Okay, so size 3. The array 3 should be passed here. So that is what I'm guessing. I mean, can't do like this. Here we can't do data type with the pointers. So we just have to pass array 2 here, and the next we call it into b. Okay, so for let's start the int I is equal to 0, I less than size of a. So obviously don't know the size of a, rate. We didn't pass the value. So let's calculate through like this. Plus. So if I is equal to k, then we will continue. We'll not add in b section. Okay. So so if if it is not equal to k, then we have to b of j we have to take. So that is a new one. Let's initialize here only. J is equal to 0. So b is equal to j. We have I, and let's increment j here. Will not do it here because at one step we will be skipping, right? So this this is the array is 4 of such a 4, right? So it will be, this will be looping 4 times. So j will also be 4, but we want only 3 times, right? So now we will see. Now print. Let's write another array. Print array 2 we can give here. This is also void. Print print array. This will be okay. So let's take this one and do something else. We don't need j. We need this one. That's why I copied this whole by to rewrite again whole stuff. So now printf percentage d comma f I. Something we missed here. What did we miss? So sorry, this one. To start. Okay. Hmm, let's take this one. Let's in the meantime let's beautify this and let's see what is why it is giving error. Why it is giving error the size of this. Yeah, I told you right, array or nothing but pointers. Uh, sorry, but okay, it is giving pointers is not this array size. Okay, so here it is an array outside the function, but it is not the declared one argument. go with outside only. Okay, so let's put n another variable with, that indicates the size of the array. Let's give the size of the array 4 here, and here also 4, here 3, right? So 3. Try to make it answer complement, but we learned that don't use inside the function because it gives size of the pointer. So let's read this once it is this one is completed. Okay, thoroughly. We will read this thoroughly once this was completed. Okay, yeah, I can see it. 1, 3, 4. We deleted this one. So similarly, insert second new array. Like only into if you want to only insert one element, put +5. The same thing you can say. Mm, now let's read this one. To an array, then you pass it to a function. So void deletion int a. Yes, we wrote this one. Inside the function a is not an array. We have to for int a in a function c treat as star a. Okay, I got it. So so this way of we're passing array, right? So one time I will be passing one array with 5 elements. One time I will pass this array with 10 elements, right? So here the concept of array will be not there. So you are writing array syntax only, but this will be a pointer syntax. So pointer is like it will what we can say it will locate the starting address of the array. So if int star a is there, right? So it will point to the it will point to our array ARR. This one with starting address of it. So later inside the code, how we wrote the logic, will access the other parts also. So so this looks like writing in array, but this the concept behind this one is pointers only. So when I say a of I, it will be like a plus I of star. So it will be accessing at this time the eighth element the array of the array. So this is not like mm, this is not exact this is not exact array. Not true. So so when we pass through, we are passing the starting address. So when I say size of to a, we doesn't mean anything here because a is a pointer which points to starting address, not to the whole array. It is not a whole array. So that is why it is failing here. So this is a very good concept. So when you call it, it will pass it to the function, the parameter. Serialize, size array. How should you fix it? Now let me read here the explanation of it. When I pass an array in the function, the whole array will not be taken by the function like a single variable. Then it will points to the starting array element. So inside the function, even we can use a as a as an array, but it is a pointer. So when I say size of a, a represents pointer, which points to starting of an array. Yes, this points to starting of an array, not the whole array. It uh, it does not represent whole array. So it gives size of a pointer here. Here, that's a pointer to. So this is what I'm trying to say. So, so here you can use the array style syntax. So this is another. I told you right, array and pointers are similar. So you can represent like this only. Uh, you can represent like this actually. That's why this works. Even though a is actually a pointer parameter, which points to starting element doesn't represent the whole array. So size of a is the size of pointer. So a represents the pointer which points to starting element, doesn't represent the whole array. So size of is the size of the pointer. So this is to the pointer. So you can do size of the pointer, but it give error. So the compiler is trying to help us, to be honest. So let's write that point. So two good things we learned today. One is inside a function when we put argument as array, it is not an array, actually it's a pointer which points to the array which we want to first element of the array. And another one is memory corruption thing we learned. So if it is outside the program memory, and it will crashes. If it is not, then it will print the value. So, so we completed disadvantages of array. So let's ask, this is the only thing, let's ask any better way of writing this code. Let's ask to our friend. Okay, let's go to new chat. Hello, ChatGPT. Lord just finishes like just it concentrate on how many messages you are typing and in and out, and it will clear. But ChatGPT, if you are only like unlimited thing, right? You can create a new chat and we go. You can go. Can't continue in old chat, but at least we can go with new chat, right? Another best way to do using only one array array only. Okay, let's see this code. Okay. So what is this star and means is a pointer again. So general pointer points to an address of an another object. Okay. So the star n points to the address of this n. Okay. When I represent star n, so you're coming to this address and changing the value. Okay. So that's what here star n means. So I of I equal to a of I plus 1. Yeah, that is a large array, but still, let me take this one and I will show you. So let's beautify this. Now let me print the size of the array. Okay, so size of array by size of 0. So I think previous I wrote int here. You can use the first element. So if it is a character, again you have to write character, right? So that is not a good way of writing. So this will give, again the size is 4 only. Yeah, you can see, right? So it is physically still 4, but logically we reduce it that one. Okay. So give me a minute. Next one is the things you cannot do in array. So So things you cannot do in array. So first of all, if you have two arrays and you want to equate array B with A or A with B, they can't do A equal to B. Okay, so you have to follow this loop method. So you have to go through every method, every iteration, and equate to the A. So the condition is A size is less than or equal to B or B dot size. So let us see. So let us write the code here. Square dot h. So let's write void. Let's write int main. Sometimes you have to write the whole code, not to not not to forget how to write hash include student data in the int main. So sometimes you have to write everything from scratch. So then only you will remember to write whole code. So, so generally, if you are anyone practicing lead code, so you will not see the libraries how to write libraries. It will be a function. You have to write inside that function. So in interviews, they will write, they tell to write on a plain paper if it is offline interview, or if it's online interview, they will try to open like this one, uh, this online comparison, tell to write everything from scratch. So sometimes once in a while, try to write some, take one example and try to write whole code from scratch. Okay, so let's take an array. This is a with four elements, 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4. And let's take another one into B again 5 elements will take 5 comma 6 comma 7 comma 8. Okay, so let's use the same printf array function here. uh, Again, you can't write a simple print percentage a. There is no format specified percentage a to print whole array function. Okay, you see. Okay, so now let's say change a will write another function we'll use that will pass a and another function another array b. Let's send 4 comma 5 also sizes also. So let's write void. This is also void. Now after written anything, so change a into a comma into b comma small a declares the size of the array a and b means array b. Okay. First we have to say a less than or equal to b, then only we will write this function. So a greater than b, printf make sure size of a is less than or equal to b. Okay, so if this condition happened, right, we have to get out from this. So can we use break here? No, you can't use. So break is only can be used at switch and loops only. You can't use inside a function like this. Okay, even if you use, so let's use and check what will happen. Okay, So if not, then we will carry our int I is equal to 0 comma I less than so b always will be greater, right? So b less than, sorry, I mean a will be always smaller than b, right? So we want a elements, first a elements from b to be equal to b, I mean a array A. Like this is a right. So check let's build our function first. Let me rename this one. I think it is printing this name.c. Okay, let's run this one. Yeah, change what we did here. Hmm, yeah, you can see, right, the break statement cannot be not within loop or switch. Okay, so break is only for the, so what can we do here? So we can return the statement here. So in functions, once I read a written here, whatever be inside down below this code will not execute. Okay, it will simply return. Somewhere we missed the colon. Oh yeah, we missed the colon, semicolon. Mm, I think we don't need this code, right? So delete this file. Now it's working. So earlier error was simple. In this online compiler, we can't create two C programs and expect to run as independent files. So they are the things that they both are dependent. Okay, it's okay. Print of I mean print array we have, right? So array A. So let's see the magic here. Okay, we have n. Okay, 4. So you can see, right, array has become 5, 6, 7. Let me put it 9 here, and now let's run by checking first 4 elements. Okay, then so now if let's take let's put 6. So we will see if it is actually returning anything here. Now it should not change the A values. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. So using equal to operator for arrays to compare two array or equal is not possible. Again, if you want to check two numbers are equal, what you will write x is equal to y. You will use equal to operator. But same can't use equal to b. So if you want to check both, again you have to write like this. So let's do this one only. So let's change code, compare a comma b, and take sizes also 4 comma 4. Let's let it be equal. Mm, or now let it be equal. Okay. So let me write the code. It's a void only. Void compare into a comma into b comma into a comma into b. Okay. So So let's write first statement if A is not equal to B, okay? Printf both A and B are not equal. Because sizes are not equal means at least one element will differ, right? So A and B are not equal, we can directly say. And we have to return, okay? So now, so our int I is equal to 0, comma I less than, yeah, something you can give both A and B, A plus plus, because A and B are equal after this statement. If it is false, then A and B are equal. So what we will do? A will write here another condition. A of I is not equal to B of I. Okay, we'll just write here printf statement. Both are not equal, and we will return. You can say break. Return is better. Return is better. We will. I will tell why we choose not to break it. So after this loop, we'll print up both are equal. So this loop checks if anything mismatches or not. So, so if I don't put break here, right? If I put break here, right? Okay, then it will print this statement and this statement. So let us check. I think I didn't use space here. Compare. What did I miss here? A, B, okay, both are same. This one, this one. Here, both are not equal, both are equal. If I say, if I say simple would be. But if I return right, so from this point, it will not uh, run whatever the code is below the return statement. So now it is only showing both are not equal. So now let's go into let's if both are same. Let's take that case. Yeah, both are equal. Let's say I give B5 B with 5 elements. So, yeah, both A and B are on. So that is so you can't say A equal to B. You have to use for loop for sure. So same again, it's scanf from the printer. You can just say and expect A to print all the elements. So use for loop and the printf statement and scanf to ask number of elements. So I think I don't need to say this one after seeing this about two. So it will be easy to write on that. So we have completed the array. 1D array only, this one. So let's go to chapter 90. So to revise, we nearly took 2.5 hours. Okay, but it's a good session. We learned pointers very briefly. Pointers, void, what is a void, and this segmentation part. When we write outside the memory, when we access array outside its size, what will happen? We saw it, and we saw how the array is passed through the functions. So it's a very good doubts we got, and we solved it. So let's see chapter 19. So let me go through the notes. Yeah, let's go to 2D array. Let's take one 2D array. If you understand 1D 2D array, you can do 3D, 4D, 5D, and your wish. You may not put physically the after the 4D because we know we can represent up to 3D only, right? So 1D means it's like a point or a line. Sorry, 0D means point. 1D means a line. 2D means like a square. And 3D means like a cube. But you can't represent the 4D or 5D that much clearly. Maybe you can say 4D is like if we saw Interstellar movie, it is like Tesseract we will say, but okay, 4D also, but still we can't draw it right. We are not experts on time. So, so 4D, 5D we can logically say, but we can't visually we can't present. At least from 5D we can say. So, so I think let's end the session right now. So to be honest, the first part we revised all the 18th chapter 18, which I completed yesterday part. But it's a good session. But in next session, part two, which I will start in an hour. Now the time is 12:54 IST. So in an hour, 2 p.m. I will start with 2D array. So still I have 5 minutes. So let me read my notes. Uh, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to my channel and please like the video. Okay. So yeah, let's end the stream. Thank you everyone. Let's connect in an hour.